Welcome back, everybody, to episode 13 of Prosers and our second video episode. Before we get started, I got to thank everybody who views us because we actually had the most amount of views that we've ever had on a video on our last one at a whopping 78.
Oh my damn.
Yeah, so
That's
let's
amazing.
go for 100 this time.
Hey, Sheshe, thanks for watching that video 77 times. Because I watched it twice. So I could, hate myself. On purpose.
Okay. So, anyways, we're going to start off the show like we always start off, and we're going to talk about what we've been playing. I know for a fact I made you start last time, so...
Okay, let's hear it then.
Yeah. So, I've been playing, of course, our featured game, which is Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. And then I've been playing... I actually just bought the Ezio collection of Assassin's Creed. So, it's Assassin's Creed 2, Revelations, and... I forget the name of the other one.
Describe which one it is.
I think Revelations is the last one, or Brotherhood.
Okay.
That's the one that it is. So it's those three. And I've honestly forgotten how much I like those games.
I've always heard good things. I never played them.
Yeah, they're super, super good, and I really, really like them. And I think one of the main reasons that I like them so much is because it's a very progressive story arc. So you start off with Ezio before he's an assassin. And by the end of it, he's this old man who's in his 50s, which is pretty old for back then.
Right, yeah, that's ancient.
Yeah. So, and he's a much more mature person, and you just get to see him grow and change a lot as a person, which is really cool.
No, that sounds cool.
And then I also got Man of Median, I think is what it's called. It's
That's another let's play story time.
Yeah, it's the same guys who made Until Dawn. Platinum Games is the guys who made it.
I had a friend who was asking me to get that game so we could play, and then I ran out of funds.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I felt really bad. Because I was over here talking all this shit. I was like, yeah, bro, let me get paid, and then bills.
That adult thing just
Sorry, Jesse.
slapped you right in the face.
Yeah, hard.
Yeah, super hard. So yeah, and I've been enjoying it. So I played all the way through the Ezio saga before, and I enjoyed it a lot in the past.
That camera, that was fucking awesome.
It's okay, we're still in frame. We're good.
Got too long of legs for this shit.
We're good. Well, maybe
Please go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm gonna do it again. I'm just gonna apologize in advance.
Well, see, the thing is if you kick it on that side and then I kick it on that side, on this side, it should
balance it out.
Balance it, yeah. So
all
it's
right.
all crooked.
Let's see.
So, anyways, I've played the Ezio saga all the way through before, but going back to it has been really kind of cool to see how far the Assassin's Creed games have come, because Assassin's Creed Origins and Odyssey, which is the most recent one, are nothing like this game.
Oh, okay.
Totally different play style, totally different combat style. Everything about it is just totally different.
I've heard that too.
Yeah, so, and it's cool because it's kind of nostalgic for me, because I remember playing Assassin's Creed 2 on my PS3 when it first came out.
Right.
I pre-ordered both Brotherhood and Revelations back when pre-orders were useful.
Yeah.
And then yeah, it's just been really cool. So I'm just kind of playing it on and off. I'm not playing it if that makes sense. I'm not hammering it out or anything like that. It's just kind of
okay.
Oh, I kind of feel like playing Assassin's Creed. And then I think that's really most of what my time has been are those games.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I played Fallen Order a lot, and I even went back to Red Dead 2 a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But that's been about it.
Yeah.
And it's been a hard couple weeks playing Fallen Order.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's been it. Pretty much it.
Yeah.
Except for a cool fishing game on my phone. I play the shit out of that.
Gotta get your fix in during the workday.
It's the shit. Yeah, because you know me. I love to fish.
Yeah.
I haven't fished in over a year. Starting to get that itch. Man, I need to go put a fly in the water.
Yeah, I know, right? So, all right, well, let's go ahead and just jump right into our featured game, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. So, I think I was the one who suggested this game, wasn't it? Like, I was just kind of scrolling through the PlayStation store. I was on the phone with him, and I was like, hey, let's try Jedi Fallen Order. I've heard a lot of good things about it.
To which I said, are you sure we're playing that one this time?
Okay. But we did we or did we not play it?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, so that's me.
But I played both of them. Both of the suggestions that we talked about. So
okay,
I mean,
well,
it's all good.
So you're ahead of me this
yeah,
time.
hopefully,
you
yeah.
got the leg up.
Yeah.
I don't.
Wow. But yeah, that was the game that we discussed.
So, anyways, start off like we always do, graphics and performance. I will say, like, with the graphics on this game, when it looks good, it looks
really good.
Really good. But those moments are fleeting.
There was a mission I was playing where, let's see, what's the planet you're on where Darth Maul came from and there's the witches? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't remember any of the planet names, but I know.
If y'all know out there, you know what I'm talking about.
You're talking about the level where you get the dual saber?
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's a point in this game where you have to charge up a hill and they're shooting arrows at you. There's dudes that come down to meet you and they're smacking you around and you die a lot. Or at least I did a lot.
Yeah.
So every time I would die, the game would have to load for at least a solid minute before it would let me play again. That's strike one.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I got shit to do. My moments playing games are few and fleeting.
Yeah.
Okay? There's things I actually have to take care of, like bills and kids and food and stuff. So I get a little upset when my precious game time is spent like this.
Just spent on a loading screen.
You see how nervous that made you feel? You couldn't even let the silence be there. That's how annoying that is. But then when the game would load, every time I was sitting here waiting for the characters to load after it put me in the world again.
Oh, God.
That's not cool.
No, not at all.
Like, people were just appearing right in front of you. That ain't cool.
No, and I had the exact same issue on that exact same level. And I made sure that, like, my game was up to date and all that kind of stuff. Because that was, like, the first thing that I thought of. I was like, man, that is a terrible head.
That's the first thing you thought. That's the first thing
That's
you
the
thought?
first thing I thought.
Jesus.
Man, I suck at pouring beer tonight.
You don't need to pour it. You need to drink it.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm trying to do. But, so,
You need to fuck use.
it happened. It happened to me the first time, and I was like, oh, it's just a fluke.
Yeah.
Like, it just happened. But then it happened again.
Yeah.
And again. And again. And it was like a common reoccurrence throughout, like, the entire game.
I'm glad it wasn't
where,
just
like,
me.
enemies would just, like, randomly, like, just, like, spawn in.
Yeah, right there. Blow. Right in front of you.
Right in front of you. I noticed I had a lot of issue with texture pop-in. Like, a lot of issue with texture pop-in. That was, like, a regular thing.
If that bothers you, it's going to really bother you.
Yeah, because it happens almost every single cutscene. Every single cutscene.
And you're sitting there going, why? What did I do?
Yeah.
Is my internet not hooked up right? Do I have too many things going on in the background?
Well, what's ridiculous is, for me, I have the faster hard drive in my PlayStation, so I shouldn't have that issue. I don't have that issue on some games where people do have that issue. So
right.
There should be no reason that I should be experiencing that. So I was disappointed with that. As far as the overall look of the game, like, it was like, it's good, I guess, but it's not like groundbreaking by any stretch of the imagination.
Right.
Like, it's very, like, typical. It's what I would expect from a PS4 game, which is okay. Like, I don't have a problem with games that are what I expect them to be. But when you have, like, kind of a more linear, like, game like this, I kind of expect the graphics to be pretty, like, spot on.
And it's EA.
Yeah. So, and I think that's honestly, like, one of my biggest beefs with, like, all the problems I have with this game is it's made by EA, which is a massive developer. They have so many resources, like, so much, like, finance that they can allocate to things like this.
It don't make any sense.
Right. And I think it kind of plays back to, like, we talked about this with Days Gone. Where Days Gone had its flaws.
But give them a break.
Yeah, but it's acceptable because it's not a AAA studio.
That was literally their first rodeo.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, cool. Like, and it's still a good game. You know, like Days Gone is still an excellent game. And I love referring to Days Gone as a good game with issues.
Right.
This overall, like from my experience of it, it was an okay game with issues.
It's like a girl that breaks down a lot, but she still got your back.
Yeah. Yeah.
As long as you can deal with that aspect, the rest is good.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely is.
That game that we're talking about right now, that is not the same thing at all.
No. So,
Dead Space, right on.
that's all I gotta say about that. I don't know.
I wasn't gonna say shit either. I was like, fuck it.
Yeah, that's just what it is.
Watch us drink beer now.
Yeah. So, and then on top of that too, I noticed there were like some like details about the game that kind of bothered me. Like Cal's hair is like extremely pixelated, like all the time, for whatever reason.
It's that rendering thing.
Yeah, and so it's like I don't understand that, and like, but I'll tell you what always looks amazing is the lightsaber.
Dig it. Yeah.
Yeah, like the lightsaber looks super sweet, like all the time.
But I think that's because lightsabers are cool.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, period. Even if you're not really into Star Wars, lightsabers are pretty cool.
That's true.
It's hard to fuck that up.
So, but yeah, and then another issue that I had quite frequently from... Oh, man. That beer is really carbonated.
You should just burp in the mic. Who cares?
No, because I just don't want to.
How unsophisticated for
a
video game podcast.
I know.
Go ahead.
So, no, I just don't want to do that. So I'm going to drink some more so I can burp more. So, one of the biggest things for me that I was running into, other than just like the enemies popping in and the texture pop in, was like shit just not loading right.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like the level would load in and like all the textures would be like totally washed out. And then like instead of it like all loading in at once, it would like load in like pieces. Yeah. So like parts of the textures would be there and then like other parts of it wouldn't be. And it didn't fly for me.
It has frozen on me multiple times.
Yeah, it actually, now that you bring that up, the game straight up like crashed on me. Like just
did it like boot you the fuck off?
Yeah,
like it did to me.
Yeah, it booted you off and then gives you like the error screen, the
like,
PlayStation error screen.
Sorry, bro, try again.
Yeah,
and you're like, wait, no, fuck.
Try again. By the way, that last hour that you spent, your checkpoint,
gone,
gone.
I was like, oh, cool, right on. Like that was one of those moments where multiple times when I was playing this game, like we talked about on the last one, I had to walk away because I was like, I'm not spending $60 on a new controller because that's how, like, when my head gets really hot, whatever's in my hand, that's the first thing I just want to. And this is how I know that I evolved and progressed as a human being. Is the last time I did that was when I was like 16.
Right.
So progress. But I know now when I get those feelings, you need to walk away. Mm-hmm. Go outside. See something beautiful.
Yeah.
You know,
that's not this game.
At all.
Yeah.
And that happened to me a lot. And that was definitely one of those times when it froze and then booted me the fuck off.
Yeah.
And it was like, hey, bro, that was real fun. Come on back later. Peace out. And and I was like, no! Oh my God. Okay.
Let's go outside. Where's the dog? I need to walk the dog.
I was like, fuck this game. And that was the only time that it did that once, but it has multiple times frozen and then left me in suspense for like a good minute going.
And then you're like, no, not again, not again. Yeah, and then it bounces back. So.
And again, it's like this is a AAA developer.
Yeah, I'm getting like a lot of like nostalgic feelies with Breakpoint on this one.
Again, so glad I didn't even try on that one. God, what a time I missed out on with that one.
Oh man, I'm getting like, no, you have Breakpoint, not Anthem. Breakpoint.
Oh, okay.
Ghost Recon.
Right. Now that one was great too because I remember when we were flying in the helicopter and you were driving the bitch and you were way in front of the helicopter and I was somewhere under it.
Like 40 yards back.
And then it crashed.
So, yeah, I'm getting like very like reminiscent.
All right,
like,
yeah. Breakpoint.
Feelies of Ghost Recon Breakpoint.
Jesus Christ.
So, anyways, I think we pretty much beat that to death on what we don't like about the graphics. What did you like about the graphics?
Felt good though, didn't it?
It did, yeah.
I like the lightsabers.
The lightsabers are sick. I think
I like the voices, but we're gonna get to that.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that. So I actually thought like the worlds were really cool.
To me, it almost felt like Ratchet and Clank with lightsabers.
Yeah, kind of like it was very like Ratchet and Clank.
Okay, go to this world. Here's the platform.
Yeah.
Go figure it out.
Yep.
Some of these doors are locked. They'll be unlocked later.
Yep. You'll get something to unlock these doors later. Yeah.
It's like, oh, cool. I'm gonna want to fucking do that.
Yeah. So, well, the thing is, though, is the sick part about Ratchet and Clank is it's a good game. Yeah.
Yep.
They literally copied the Ratchet and Clank formula, but couldn't do it good. They're like, hey, let's have a really unoriginal game idea and steal from this really successful PlayStation game. Well, it'll be super successful.
That was a great game. There was like 10 of them. You want to do that? They're like, yeah.
This is fantastic.
Slap Lucasfilms on that shit.
Straight up.
You want to do it half-assed too? Oh, yeah, let's fucking do that.
Woo! This is going to make us so much money. Guess what? It did.
I was going to say, sad thing is, it probably did. It probably did.
So, yeah, I thought the world building was pretty sick. Like, the setup of the worlds. The enemy designs were cool. Like, all of the, like, character models I felt like were pretty good.
I can't argue that.
Yeah. Like, it's one of those things, like, it has good things. Like, there are really good things there.
Very creative things.
Exactly. And they did what I always feel like they should do with, like, movie franchise video games. You create something that's in the universe of the movie that is not connected to the movie in any way.
Yeah. What happened?
I have no idea.
Did it shut off?
I think so.
Oh.
There we go. Quite a bit easier than crawling underneath.
Okay, well, cool.
So,
let's edit that shit together.
Yeah. So, the world building was sick. The character models were good, and it's a shame that this game wasn't better. Like, better designed, at least as far as the performance stuff goes.
Shame is the word.
Yeah.
There were so many cool things about it, but for me, it was the gameplay, which is also later.
Yeah. So let's talk about audio and voice acting. So I thought the audio in this game was sick.
It was killer.
It nailed Star Wars.
And also when it comes to the voice acting and all that, this was a movie.
It was.
It was a movie that you got to play.
It was fantastic.
That aspect, awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. I appreciated it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not even into Star Wars anymore.
Yeah.
I haven't been for years, but the game was very captivating. The story was awesome.
Yeah.
There were real actors in this game.
Yeah. It was super, super good. Like, Cal was great. Even just, like, the simple, like inflections in people's voices, very on point. All the voice acting was very believable.
These were real actors.
Yeah, and even like some of the more subtle audio stuff, like, I don't know if you noticed it, but like when you were just like walking around, I felt good.
Good.
When you were just walking around. When you're just walking around, just like quick movements and stuff like that you would make would affect the sound of the lightsaber.
Yeah.
Like all the time. Like the sound of the lightsaber was like constantly changing and doing different things. And
that
stuff
was
like
cool
that.
shit.
So that was pretty cool. The audio wasn't like super detailed, I noticed. Like not like some of the other games that we played. Yeah, you like that beer.
It's not bad at all.
Yeah.
This doesn't taste like monkey sweat.
Monkey sweat?
Mm-hmm. Also known as IPAs.
Hey, man. Don't hate. It's nice and hazy, fruity.
Do you remember what you were saying?
Yes. So, fuck you.
I've known you for a long time. That's just me looking out for you.
I wanted to remember so bad out of spite.
Do you remember what you were saying?
I know I was talking about that.
Fuck yeah!
That was awesome. I hate you so much right now.
The sound of the lightsaber as you were moving.
Right. So little details like that made a really big difference. And the game wasn't... See how quickly I snapped back onto that? The game wasn't like super detailed in audio like some of the other games you played, like God of War, Detroit Become Human.
Right.
What was another really good audio game that we had? Spider-Man. The audio in Spider-Man was fantastic.
Awesome.
Like all of that kind of stuff like all plays into it. So the audio wasn't detailed, but it was very good. It was very well done, and it fit the Star Wars billet.
Right. I can't add to something that you said that was perfect. I don't know what you want me to do.
I don't know. Huh?
No, I don't think so. I think it was fucked. No, it was great, man.
Yeah.
That part of it made me keep wanting to play because I wanted to get to the next cutscene.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was kind of cool to have that like feeling of like the drive was to get to the next cutscene, to get to the next major element in the story, and it wasn't just like kill bad guy. You know what I mean? Like there was a little bit more drive in the game, which was cool, and that still does drive me. That still does draw me in with the game.
Right.
You know, like I still do enjoy playing it for that aspect of it.
Yeah.
But to be honest with you, like, I'd probably just be okay just like watching a long play on YouTube or something like that.
And I think I will.
Yeah. So I'm probably going to do the same thing, honestly.
I mean, that's how I was when Prey came out.
Mm-hmm.
I even had the ability to get the game, and I actually enjoyed watching Markiplier play it rather than play it. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking that's the way I'm going to finish this game.
Right. So, I don't really have anything else to say about audio, do you?
No, it was perfect. I mean, they got real actors. They put their likenesses in this game. Mm-hmm. To me, that's really cool.
Yeah.
You know, although it does support my theory about putting real actors into a video game, is that you end up with a piss poor product. Because for some odd reason, a video game studio thinks that putting real actors in a video game is all you need.
Yeah.
And they can put out a piss poor product after that instead of giving you a good game.
Yeah. And that it's okay.
It's not true. Did you hear me? It's not true. You need to step it up a little bit.
Yeah. So, anyways, enough of audio.
Maybe the budget all went to the acting.
Yeah, that's a possibility. That's a high possibility, actually.
As I was saying that out loud, I started thinking about that. Maybe
they
couldn't afford to finish the game.
Possibly. I mean, that's a big possibility, especially because, like, you know, when I know for a fact in like video game like producing and stuff like that, their budgets are like almost set in stone.
Well, it's like a business. It's any other business.
Yeah. Exactly.
Every venture that you embark on has a budget. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, maybe that's it.
Maybe. Could be.
In that case, stop hiring actors.
Just
hire each other and do it in-house. I would rather you did that and give me a better game than hire really amazing actors, because they are, and then not be able to afford to finish the damn game.
Use a speaking spell.
I don't give a shit. Yeah, you could put, if you could afford it, put Google's voice on it. I don't care.
Siri.
Put them against each other.
There you go.
That'd
Google
be a
versus Siri.
Battle for the ages. How about
exactly.
that? But just give me the game.
Yeah. Yeah, for real. All right, let's talk about gameplay now. Holy shit, this game's hard. And not hard in like a good way.
I was going to say, is it really hard or is it wonky?
It's frustrating. So, like, I figured out... Okay, so, like, initially I talked about it on the last podcast where I was like, I'm not really sure if, like, I just don't know how to play the game yet or if the game's just stupid.
Yeah.
I can tell you it's both.
Good.
Because I figured out how to play the game, and it's still fucked up.
I got better at it.
Yeah, I did. I definitely improved a lot. And the more I play it, the more I kind of get used to the wonkiness. But it's like they didn't commit to a combat style. Like, at all.
Dude, what is the point of you being able to focus on an enemy if he's not going to focus in on the enemy? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You focus in on this dude, and then you'll dodge him and go to strike, and you just start trailing off over there with all your attacks. Mm-hmm. And there's a limited time to hit that person before they're able to block or counter, right? Mm-hmm. So what are you doing? I was screaming at the game almost the whole time. I was like, he's over there, retard!
You feel better now?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's like they didn't commit to like a combat style. Because when I first started playing, I was like, Dark Souls. That's what my brain automatically went to. I was like, this is a Dark Souls game.
Okay.
Nope. It's not a Dark Souls game. Because guess what? Dark Souls is very finely tuned combat.
Right.
And it's very slow paced. And if you're patient enough, you can win. This game is not that.
Right.
It's like it tries to be fast paced and technical at the same time.
They tried. They really tried.
Those two things do not mix. They don't. You can't have both. You know what I mean? Like, it either has to be very technical combat, or it has to be really fast paced. You know what I'm saying? Because like, look at like Darksiders, right? You and I both know Darksiders is not a difficult game.
No.
Right.
Right.
The combat is extremely fast paced.
Right.
Right.
On Darksiders 2.
Well, 1 and 2.
I'm not going to discuss that abortion that they came out with after that.
No, whatever. The third one is decent. I like the third one. So, I think it's so weird to me because it's like they tried to do both.
They were trying to encourage you not to button mash is what it felt like to me. But there were certain things that they weren't tuned right.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would have been a way more enjoyable game during that time. Mm-hmm. But like I said, to me, that's a big deal. If you're going to give me the option to focus in on a character, then you need to make my dude focus in on the character.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so it kind of felt like when I first started playing it, I was like, oh, this is like God of War.
Ish, yeah.
And God of War was fantastic. Like, I still love playing that game.
Yeah.
Like, I don't play it like regularly, obviously, because I played through it 3 times.
But it's still good.
Yeah, but it's still fantastic. And it's like they did this perfect balance of making you feel like a badass and being able to crush anything in your way, provided you learn the combat system.
Yeah, you still got to know what you're doing.
Yeah, like in this game, it was like they tried to do that, but they're like, we still want it to be hard as balls like Darksiders, so we're going to like make it stupid.
Hard as balls. Yeah.
So, and it's like, and I not Darksiders, Dark Souls. Yeah.
Right.
So I was just at a loss at this game because it's like you try to play it like Dark Souls, where it's very passive, and you know the focus is a lot on like dodging and parrying and all this kind of stuff.
Timing.
Yeah, timing. But the timing mechanic isn't there.
No.
So you can't play it like that. You can't play block base because the block button is useless.
Damn near.
Like, basically useless.
They teach you how to block, and then every time you try to block, you get smacked in the face.
Yeah.
What was the point of the block?
They're like, oh, you have a block stand. And then I think we talked about this on the last podcast, too.
Well, still.
But, like, why? There are some attacks that are attached to the force meter that make 0 sense.
Why were they so lazy they couldn't give you a force meter and a stamina meter?
Yeah.
Those are 2 different things. It does not require the fucking force to reach overhead and bring that shit down. It requires strength. It does not require the force. You know why? Because I don't fucking have the force and I use a sledgehammer all the time.
Yeah.
At all.
And some attacks I get, like the lightsaber throw. You got to use the force to bring that shit back.
And it's cool as shit.
Yeah, it's cool. Being able to like force push and like slow down people with the force and all that kind of stuff.
But you're
like,
saying force every time you make an example.
Yeah.
An overhead strike does not require the force. Whoever came up with that idea and suggested that in a meeting is fucking fired at my company.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was retarded.
And it's just like, oh man, it baffles me every single time because it's like, I want it to be good. I want it so bad to be good. I'm like, please.
We were excited about this game when we saw trailers for it last year.
Just be good. Because it's like, I was excited because I was like, I thought it was going to be like The Force Unleashed. The Force Unleashed was great. I liked that game a lot. You know? Because it made you feel like a Jedi. I mean, I get it. Like, this guy's not like experienced or like whatever.
No, you know why they put that in there? Because the game was wonky as shit, and they wanted an excuse for that. They knew. They were like, "This is pretty shit." They're like, well, just say that his connection with the Force is damaged. They're like, "Oh shit, that's cool." Yeah, now it makes sense that he can't fucking do anything.
Yeah. So, and then moving outside of the combat, I noticed that the platforming was wonky as shit.
No, was it?
Like super wonky.
What game were you playing? Because mine was solid.
Oh man,
I didn't have any problems at all.
I can't tell you how many times I went to go wall run and I just fell into a hole.
Just fall.
Yeah.
Oh, I swear to God, I'm getting a headache. There was parts where I was sliding down ice doing like the snowboarding thing, and I went to jump, and for some odd reason the dude lost all his momentum on the jump and fell short of the jump. How is that my fault? There's no acceleration button. There's no brake. And it happened multiple times.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there going, just jump the fucking gap! There's no reason. There's no reason other than somebody wasn't doing their job and made it wonky.
Yeah. Yeah. And like so like.
This is negligence somewhere.
And like the crazy thing is like you either have a game with good platforming, like where you focus a lot on the platforming. Or you focus a lot on the combat. And the other one complements the previous. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why they have like, oh wait, there's a genre called platformers. Mm-hmm. Where the combat is not super involved.
Right.
But the level traversal is.
And I don't care if you got both. If you do both, good.
Yeah. I mean, this game didn't have either.
This didn't have either. They didn't do either good. And I know my friend who loaned me the game is very upset right now. It has nothing to do with you. I'm grateful for you in my life because I didn't have to buy this game. You're an amazing person, and I thank you. But this was hard to deal with.
Yeah, it really was.
It was hard to get excited about, and I wanted so badly to be excited about this game.
Yeah, no, and I think that's like kind of the worst part about the whole thing is that like I wanted to love this game. So bad. And I probably like gave it way more chances than I should have. And like I think the worst part is like I do like Star Wars. I do. I like Star Wars.
Yeah.
And I wanted to get sucked in by it.
See, and there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with it. And it kind of did. But it was like it was just enough to just like prolong the misery.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you kept sticking around even though you weren't getting what you were looking for.
Yeah, exactly. It's like sex with a crazy woman or something.
Or somebody that says they like you but they won't go out with you.
Yeah, or something like that.
Jesus Christ.
So, okay, enough about the gameplay. I think we beat that. I can't even.
What else can we shit on? What's next? I'm ready.
I want to say something good about the gameplay. The dual lightsaber is cool.
You know what?
That brings up another thing, though. So, I'm not done yet.
Yeah!
So, this game focuses so much on having like technical combat, right? But they want to have a very technical, involved combat, but they want you to get attacked by 8 enemies at once.
And you can't block.
Yeah. So, what I'm trying to figure out here is, okay, yes, you have multiple enemies to fight. Guess what? You don't have very good attacks to deal with multiple enemies. Nope. I mean, like the dual saber helps.
You barely got good attacks to deal with one enemy.
But it's not enough. You know what I mean? Because I'm thinking of other action games and like thinking of the newest God of War. Okay. You've got the Blades of Chaos.
Sweet.
Right? which are like an area of effect weapon.
Right.
They cover like a large area. The axe is meant for like single opponents.
Right.
This game had like a single lightsaber, which is fucking useless, and then a dual lightsaber, which is slightly less useless. Like, after I got the dual lightsaber, I literally never used the single lightsaber ever again.
Okay.
I was like, this is stupid and pointless.
See, I experimented.
I didn't.
I felt like
I was like, I can fight one enemy with the dual lightsaber, and I can fight more than one enemy with the dual lightsaber.
I didn't get enough time to really like work this out, but I thought it felt like the single lightsaber hit harder than the double. But I didn't really get to look at that.
After I got the dual lightsaber, I pretty much chucked the other one in the
But that's because
can.
double is pretty kick-ass looking.
It is.
Isn't it?
It's kick-ass.
It makes you feel like a fucking boss when you're working the double.
And that's the way that it's supposed to feel. And I think that's the biggest beef that I have with the gameplay of this game is you don't feel like a Jedi.
No, you feel like a dude who found a lightsaber.
Yeah. Straight up. That's exactly what it is. So, cheers to that.
Yeah.
Anyways. Oh, my Lord. Okay, let's talk about... Jesus Christ. I don't even remember what's next in the podcast. I'm so upset about this game.
Time out. Do you notice how you have to flip this phone over because otherwise you will stare at the screen and watch us record this shit?
Yes.
I'm having a blast watching you do that.
I just want to make sure it's still recording, and I'm like, okay, yeah, it's still recording, and then I put it back down.
Watch this. Let's do this.
Oh, God.
There you go.
Infinity screens.
It's a wrinkle in time. Okay, I'm sorry. There we go. I had to do that. I don't know why.
You just wanted to do that.
Yeah, like, who wouldn't want to see that?
That's okay. All right.
So I can kick the camera again.
Feel better?
I'm old, dude. I got to stretch.
I'm old, too.
You are...
I just turned 25.
Yeah, that's when my feet went out on me.
You show me few.
Enjoy.
Yeah, I will. So, anyways, what do we usually talk about after gameplay? The story. That's what we talk about. I'm so upset about this game. I don't even remember the format for this podcast, and we've done 13 of them.
It's hard.
Yeah. So, let's talk about the story. I thought the story was dope. I really did.
That was great.
Like, I dig, like, origin story type things, like finding yourself, all that kind of stuff. I would have preferred it to start earlier, if that makes sense. Like, I would have liked to see how, like, Cal specifically became a Jedi.
You get to hear about it.
Yeah, you
I
do.
haven't beaten the game, so I don't know.
I won't.
You're like, wish I cared, but I fucking don't.
I don't.
Can't even try.
I'll just watch all the cutscenes on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like, I'll just go on YouTube.
Fallen Order movie.
Yeah, Fallen Order, all cutscenes. Watch that. It'd be like a 20-minute video. I'd be like, oh, yeah, that's cool.
I did that for Arkham Knight.
Really?
And that's a big deal for me because the only way that you could find out how he was going to deal with... Wait. For the people that haven't played the game, I guess. Fuck it, that game's been out for a while.
Yeah.
There was a way that he had to decide
Spoiler
how he was
alert.
going to progress on from his life because it's like his life is reaching a conclusion right now.
Right.
And in order for you to find out how it was going to end, you had to beat the game on 100. And I just don't give a shit about all the Riddler's riddles. Fuck that dude.
Yeah.
He doesn't affect me. I got real shit to worry about. There's people dying out there, and you want me to go find your trophies? Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
So I just looked it up. I was like, fuck it. It's on YouTube.
Exactly.
Sorry.
We live in a world where we can ride on the success of other people.
Oh,
so
it's so gratifying.
It so is. It so is. You're like, man, I really want to see the secret ending, but I don't want to find all 130 secret coins that are spread out across a freaking 20-hour game.
Can't even pretend to care.
Nope.
There's
YouTube,
some nerd out there that doesn't have a
game,
job.
secret ending.
That isn't raising children. That had the time to do it. And you know what, man? Thank you. God bless you. I'm going to watch your video.
Yeah.
And I'm going to thumbs it up, too.
Thank you. Thank you.
But
for
anyway,
everything that you do.
fucking hell.
So
Let's see. What'd you say? Story.
Story
was the shit. That was the only part that made me keep going. Like I've said before, that was the only part of this game that made me keep going, was that I wanted to get to the next cutscene. I think that the interactions between the characters is perfect. I felt myself getting emotionally attached to these characters, and that's a big deal when you're watching a movie or anything else like that.
Yeah.
You want to be involved. You want to be invested. This game did that.
It did.
I think
It
that
definitely
when
did.
it comes to that, EA fucking hit it out of the park.
They did. They really did. And it sucks because like they made these great like relatable characters.
And they could have done better with everything else.
Yeah, and I think like it's so funny. They like I talk about like so much in games where I'm like, you know, like I can put up with some wonky gameplay if the story is awesome. And I think a lot of people say that. But now that I played this game, I'm like, like maybe I can't, you know?
I think there's the sting of, for me, and I realize that I'm saying this all while professing that I didn't spend $1 on this fucking game. But to me, what's insulting is that these companies are coming out with these games and they are demanding. It's not an option. They're demanding $60 for these games.
Oh, yeah.
Which to me should be reserved for a game that is top shelf.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Like grade 8, awesome material.
Well, I think...
But you're not getting that.
Yeah. Well, we've even talked about... I mean, it's a segment in our game is it worth the price? Which, I mean, we'll get to with this game.
And
I mean,
how many times do we encounter this? How many times do you buy a game where you're like, you know what? That was worth every penny.
I've played a handful. You know,
Exactly.
like...
Throughout a lifetime is what it feels like.
Yeah.
Dude, no. This was not completed.
Well, I think it was completed. It just wasn't completed to a standard.
I feel like the people who worked at EA weren't proud of their work here.
Maybe.
I think there was a deadline and they just said, fuck it.
Like they do with all their games.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, this is unacceptable.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I mean, like, I feel like if this game would have came out this year instead of 2019, like, just think of how much better it would be if they had another year of development.
Dude, how many times have they put off Dying Light? How many times have they put off The Last of Us 2?
A ridiculous amount of times. I mean, The Last of Us 2 was supposed to come out in 2018. It's 2020. And guess what? I don't care.
I'm good with that.
I'm good with it.
Yeah. Because
You know?
I feel like Naughty Dog is going to not disappoint us.
Exactly. No, I 100% agree. I mean, I've talked about it multiple times. Like, if there was a game that I was going to pre-order, it would probably be The Last of Us 2.
Would you take a fucking souffle out of the oven before it was done?
No.
And if you did, would you present that shit to company? Hell no.
No.
But these video game companies keep doing this shit to us over and over again. It was a great idea, it had some good ingredients, but it's fucking half-baked.
Yeah.
Stop. And if you're not going to stop, then stop demanding the full price.
Yeah.
Because you didn't put in the full work. That's my opinion.
Because I put in the full work to earn that $60.
No shit.
You know? Yeah. I agree. So...
I don't even know. I just feel like I feel like I'm just yelling at this point. Like, I almost feel bad for how much I'm yelling at this game.
I don't. So, I guess that's enough about the story that we said.
You notice that even when we were saying something good about this game, we had to be like, but fuck you, though. That was some bullshit. That was a good story. Good job over there. But what the fuck?
That's the only thing you got right?
That's the only thing you did right today. You know what? I can't even look at you.
That's like...
Go to your room.
It's like when your kid, it's like when your daughter like is failing out of high school and she's like, at least I'm not pregnant. Like,
yeah, you're like, all right, that's
all
good
right,
job. You
that's
know,
good.
But god damn it, you gotta pick up those grades. Stop fighting in class. All right, but good job keeping those legs closed. That's good. I love you so much. Get the fuck out of my sight, though. Like, that's how I feel. I just can't stop being mad, and
the worst part is I don't want to be.
I wanted to like this shit. How many times are we going to say it? But it's true.
Yeah.
I wanted to like it so much. And there was a lot of shit that I liked about it.
Yeah. All right. Final thoughts.
Fuck this game.
I agree. And it's kind of funny. Like when I first picked up the game, I was like, maybe I just don't like this game because I'm not used to it. Like I haven't figured it out yet. Or like maybe I don't like this game because it's just not my style of game. But the more I play it, the more I realize it's not.
It was supposed to be your style of game.
Yeah.
Because you loved Dark Souls, didn't you?
I don't
You
love
got
it.
off on it. You talk about it all the time.
It's good.
I feel like you got a chub for it and you're just not ready to accept it yet.
I don't want to like it because it's so frustrating. God, it's so frustrating. Like I played Dark Souls and like every time you die, that like stupid condescending banner comes across the street. You die.
You're like, no shit.
No, really?
No shit.
Really? I thought my character was taking a nap after getting its head chopped
Thanks
off.
for that.
Thanks.
But anyway, all right. It was supposed to be up your alley, though.
It was.
It was definitely supposed to be up my alley because I love battle-centric games like that.
Yeah. And, the worst part is like, there are games that I played where I feel like I'm waiting for the next section of combat. And for this one, I was dreading it. Like, it was just like, oh, here we go.
Yeah, you'd be sitting there like, oh, 5 dudes again. Oh, motherfucker.
Yeah, even like one dude, I'm like, oh, I gotta deal with this broken combat system again.
Yeah.
It's just, God.
Oh, man. Yeah, fuck this game. Play it eventually. If you can find it used.
Develop
or if
your
you
own
can borrow it
opinion.
from your friend. But other than that,
Develop your own opinion on this game, please. Because, this could just be us.
we could be full of shit.
We
We really could.
Because this game got a lot of really good reviews.
From who? EA?
IGN.
Who the?
I don't really respect IGN reviews either. But, everyone I talked to said that it was a good game. But here's the thing why I think...
And who funds IGN?
Probably.
Shall we follow the money? Let's do that.
Probably. You're probably right. You're probably 100% right on that.
I'm just throwing it out there.
No, my God.
That's my conspiracy theory side coming out.
That's your conspiracy theory side?
Let's follow the money.
Okay, let's follow the money. I think that last one was a fluke, dude, because we've been recording for like 30 minutes.
That's good.
So...
Last thoughts? Fuck this game.
Fuck this game.
100%.
Yeah. So,
by all means, play it. But fuck you, though.
What I was gonna say before I got distracted by the timer on the
Yes.
on the recording thing. I feel like I always talk about like EA is always about a cash grab.
Yeah.
And this is no different. This preyed on people who like Star Wars.
Really, it did.
Guess what? I'm not a huge fan of Star Wars. I'm not. I didn't buy Battlefront. Either of them.
Yeah.
I think the only reason you have Battlefront is because it came with your PlayStation, right?
Yes.
And you even talked about before, like you would never have bought that game.
Not with the quality that it was.
Yeah, and it's not that it's a horrible game. And this isn't like.
I think they fucked with my nostalgia on that one because I used to play it in high school.
Yeah.
And it was nothing like that.
Well, yeah, and that's exactly what I'm saying. It's a cash grab. Like they took that Battlefront title and they're like, hey, you remember this really awesome Battlefront game that you used to play when you were younger? That you loved. Well, we're gonna put that title on here, but it's not gonna be anything like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's one of those things where like I see the game and it's like all you did was you made a single player game because EA literally talks shit about single player games like 2 years prior to this game releasing. They were like, the age of the single player game is over. Everyone wants multiplayer.
Battle Royales.
And then like literally everybody shit on EA and they're like, fuck you, no. Mm-hmm. Single player games are the shit. We love single player games. And so then they were like, hey, you know what would be a really good idea? If we made a Star Wars single player game and we suckered $60 out of like millions of people. All right. And then we'll say, look, you were right. We conformed. Here's your game. You know? And it's crazy because it's like I think about watching the trailer for this game And I had the same sneaking suspicion that I always have with EA games, where I'm like, this trailer looks sweet, but the game's probably going to suck. And I wanted it not to so bad.
And dude, like this game even gave you the things that you really want to see in a trailer for a video game. They actually gave you gameplay.
Yeah.
Remember how excited we were when you
Yeah.
showed me that the first time?
Yeah.
I remember feeling hopeful.
Yeah. And that was it. I was like, shit, maybe EA figured it the fuck out.
Like, no pun intended, but this was a new hope. When I saw the trailer for this game.
Thank you for saying that.
I'm serious. Dead serious, man. I was like, oh, EA might come out with some really cool shit on this one.
Oh, my God.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. You're so right.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's like Anthem all over again. You know, it's like, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, fuck you, you're an asshole. That's not the saying. That's not
the new
saying.
way of saying it,
That's
though,
the
and I
new way
like
of
it.
saying it.
I'm going to support that shit.
That's the way I say it when I'm talking about EA. And it's just, it is absolutely mind-blowing that I got sucked in by this. Mm-hmm. And honestly, all it did is just like reassert my hatred for this company. I got nothing at all. You literally almost dropped the mic. He dropped the mic. God, that's making a really awful humming noise. You should definitely pick that up off the tip.
Oh, it's pissed off now.
Oh. Now my daughter's pissed off. Look what you...
I made it angry.
God.
But that's absolutely true. And that's all there is to it.
I think you probably need to unplug it from
Let's
the base.
end this shit. No, I'm done.
You're done.
I don't want to talk about it no more. I'm fucking over the whole thing.
Oh my God. Oh, right there. No.
No, I'll hold it. Go ahead.
I'm telling you, just unplug it and plug it back
I
in.
don't want to, dude. It's going to make a bad sound.
Just do it. Hey, it worked.
All right, but anyway.
So, it clipped
makes
the
you-
shit out of the mic.
It
But
makes
whatever-
you...
whoever's listening to this on headphones, I apologize
It makes
for that.
you that much more hesitant the next time they put out a game.
It's true. It's really
No matter
true.
how good it looks, you're not going to trust it.
No.
At least for me, personally, that's how I'm going to feel about this thing.
Mm-hmm.
I've been slapped in the face too many times already.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit what you make anymore. You can make the next God of War. Fuck you. I don't think I'm doing it.
Yeah,
Like, maybe
exactly.
for the sake of the review, so we can get pissed off again.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to emotionally invest myself in another project that they do.
Well, I think the worst part about it is this game was nothing that I wanted. You know what I mean? Because, like, okay, so, like, Breakpoint. Like, we both didn't like Breakpoint.
But we fucking wanted to.
Yeah, and we wanted to. But at the same time, there were aspects of Breakpoint that I still enjoyed. You know, like, it was still a new game. It was still fun. It was still, like, kind of the same concept as Wildlands. They just kind of messed up some of the stuff. And then, like, I think I sent you the trailer for the new update.
Yeah.
With that new update coming, like, I feel like I'll probably get back into it.
Really?
I'm going to have to try it again.
Okay.
But, I mean, we even talked about it, like, when we initially reviewed it, like, maybe in a year this game will be good.
And that was very true. Because, yeah, they'll have time to do some DLCs and maybe add in the shit that should have been there on day one.
Which it seems like they're doing with this, like, patch that they're doing.
What is the patch again? Describe it for the people at home.
Okay, so the patch basically takes away all of the shooter-looter bullshit. So there's no such thing as gear levels anymore. If you find something that works for you, you can fucking keep it.
Okay.
And all the weapons, the stats are the same, like, across the board. Obviously, it changes depending on the weapon. Like,
Yeah.
an LMG is not going to have the same stats as a sniper rifle. They changed a lot of, like, the, like, difficulty setting type stuff, if that makes sense. So you can basically play it as immersive or unimmersive as you want to. And then also, a really badass thing about it is, you know that stupid, like, hub world that they have? So if you put it
I've tried to forget a lot about that game.
You know what I'm talking about, though, right? Like the little city inside the cave.
The centric place where you go, and sometimes you have to talk to people, and then you get sent out on some mission where they stick it up your butt.
Right. So in this new immersive mode, I think it's called like the Ghost Experience or something like that. I can't remember the actual name of the mode off the top of my head, but they make it to where if you are playing in this immersive mode, when you go to that central system, it is just you and whoever you have playing with you in that area.
Oh, okay.
So I think they've improved. They listen to their fan base, basically. They're like, hey, this fucking shit show that you gave us is not the game that you showed us at E3.
Yeah.
Fuck you, we want our game.
That's good.
So I'll probably revisit it.
Well, all right. I look forward to that.
Yeah. So it's supposed to come out at the end of this month.
Because in every other way, that game was so much fun to play with your buddies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, anyways, let's wrap up this stupid Star Wars bullshit. We're gonna finish it as we always do. I'm gonna go ahead and answer for you. This game is not worth $60.
You know what? I'm not gonna fight you on that shit.
He didn't even pay for it, and it's not worth $60.
That's right. Yeah, really, because if it was really worth it after we did this review, I would have went out and bought it.
Yeah. I'm ashamed I spent $60 on this game.
Yeah.
I'm not even mad at the developer. I'm mad at myself. Because with Ghost Recon, I was mad at the developer. I was like, fuck you, you took my $60, I want my $60 back. This is I'm mad at myself because I gave money to a company that I know is a bunch of freaking shysters. And they took my money, and now they have it.
No shit. Yep. There's nothing else to say. 100%. Not worth it. Buy this at a pawn shop.
Maybe. I tell you what, maybe
get
if
it on Craigslist.
If your friend really is trying to he's like, yeah, I never played this game, you can have it.
Fuck yeah.
Play it. Yeah.
Don't buy it full price.
Don't buy it full price.
You will regret it.
Don't buy it half price.
Shit.
You see 50% off, you think long and hard.
Yeah, really.
Long and had. Oh my god.
Uh-huh.
Oh man. All right, well that's all I got to say about Star Wars. Holy shit. Let's talk about some other stuff, some other gaming shit. What's some games you're looking forward to right now?
I don't even know what's going on anymore.
Oh shit.
I rely on you for most of this stuff because I work so much that I don't even have time to think half the time.
Okay. Well, let me tell you, Ghost of Tsushima finally has a release date.
That you showed me a trailer of.
Yep.
That looks pretty cool.
June 26th.
So
we're going to have to get that one. Now, the unfortunate part is...
That looks crazy.
Now, the unfortunate part about this is The Last of Us 2 comes out at the end of May, and literally a month later, Ghost of Tsushima comes out.
I'll donate some plasma.
So, yeah.
Get in there.
Yeah. So, that's the unfortunate part about that one. And then I think the month after that, Cyberpunk 2077 comes out.
Which also looks pretty fun.
It looks different.
Yeah.
It looks good. So, a lot of good games coming out with.
Hope so.
So, part of me, honestly, with Ghost of Tsushima and The Last of Us Part 2, I don't know if I can wait on The Last of Us Part 2. Ghost of Tsushima, maybe. I'm thinking about maybe just waiting until the PS5 comes out, and then I'll just get it for PlayStation 5.
Jesus, dude. All right.
Well, because you think it releases in June. PlayStation 5 is going to probably drop in November.
Yeah.
So just waiting a couple months. But I don't know, man. I've been waiting for Ghost of Tsushima since 2017.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully that won't disappoint either.
Oh, God. I don't think it will. It's Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch puts out really good games.
Okay.
I mean, the Infamous series is great. So.
Oh, it's those guys.
Mm-hmm. Infamous, Sly Cooper.
Cool.
Those are the only two that come to my head.
Yo, that's all I care about.
Oh, man.
That's okay.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. I'm Bryce.
I'm Jeremiah.
And thank you guys so much for watching. Please if you like the video. Even if you don't like it, still like it because we need it.
Come on, man.
Please. Subscribe if you really like the video and you want to see more of this.
Yes.
And of course, as
Hit the
always,
bell icon.
Yeah, hit the bell. Forget about the bell.
Well, I didn't.
Well,
That's why I'm here.
That's why you're here.
Gotta be good for something.
And absolutely, regardless if you liked it or not, please share it with your friends. Let's try to get to 100 views. If we do, I don't know, I'll shotgun a beer or something like.
Don't you dare!
I'll
do
shotgun
none
a
of that
beer on
crap.
camera.
I will slap Jeremiah with baby powder. Like, don't do none of that shit.
Okay, whatever. Please get us to 100 views. I may or may not do something stupid.
To me.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good weekend.
Peace out.